Wims Ditch is a man-made ditch. It was created in 1919. This is looking north from Little Avenue. And this is one of the homeowners that were interviewed by the dispatch about the buyout. As you can see, there's a major elevation difference.
Now this is Hart Road looking north towards Richter. As you can see, there's no obstructions. The ditch is still real wide.
This
It's
is
been
looking
maintained by
east,
the
and now we're
landowners.
panning north, just north of the dump.
This is a view looking north from Hart Road towards the landfill's property. I'm standing in a ditch line that runs west of Wims Ditch on the southern border of the landfill. Now this is the view looking south towards Frank Road from the western branching ditch that the landfill dug to create a floodplain. As you can see, there's no compaction. Well, you can't see that, but there's no erosion protection on the banks. It's a dump. It's not a landfill. When you call it a landfill, that's an improper term. It's actually a dump. They just dumped. And contrary to what the owners claim, it was not all clean fill. I have photographs to prove that. There's about 4 dead trees right in front of me. I'm not a tree guy, so I don't know what killed them. Of Wims Ditch, approximately 60 yards to the east, about 120 yards to the south of the north property line. That's kind of confusing, but if you look at Google Maps, you can figure it out where I'm at. This is the little body of water that's left over. They were going to fill this in as part of the dump, but the county finally shut them down due to our complaints. This is when the lawsuit was even up. According to the Army Corps of Engineers report, the grade of the dump is about 30 feet above this area, 30, 32, 35 feet. This is a cesspool for mosquitoes. There's obvious microbial activity here. All this area around here, they're already starting to improve and build on. So this guy is actually making a profit off of our misery, even as we speak. And this is a clear violation of Title 401, the Clean Water Act.
This is looking north and flows south, of course, and you can see the ditch is eroding. This is in the dump area where it hasn't been properly protected for erosion. It's eroding into the ditch, and this is one of the main high points that cause flooding in the neighborhood. As you continue to travel south along the ditch, you can see the next major obstruction. And this is erosion. This is from improperly placing a dump without permits. This is what you get. You get erosion, and at any time, the walls of this dump could collapse in and basically just flood our neighborhood. Now, this is the actual drainage tiles mentioned in the Army Corps of Engineers report. One of the quick fixes they mentioned was lowering the tiles, but this was going to be at the landowner's expense, and he's too greedy to do that. As you can see, it's not even functional. The one on the right, there's no flow there. There's a cesspool that's so smelly and nasty. I'd love to know what's in that water, but nobody wants to find out. Nobody wants to test it regularly and monitor it and see what's going on there. Now, this is the view on the south side of the tiles looking north. As you can see, that's to the right. Through those obstructions was the non-functional tile full of gravel, which I'm going to walk through right here. You can see there's about, I've guesstimated about 36 inches of sediment in there. It's not maintained. It needs lowered. It needs removed, actually. The EPA has the authority to make him remove those tiles. They actually have the authority to make him remove the entire dump. But since they won't even enforce 401, and since an investigation in 1989 found 21 VOCs, which is all they tested for, in a toxic substance, which they found leaching from the landfill, they've done nothing. That was 1989. I can't convey the smell here. I mean, that water is stagnant. There's mosquitoes in there. I mean, think West Nile. It's disgusting. It's really disgusting. And that's what comes back into our homes when it rains so heavy that, that can't keep up. There's still a sign up telling you to make sure you dump in the back. This is part of the $1 million intersection put in by the flood wall project. And here's a sign bragging that we'll build to suit in the property that we illegally placed to get out of the floodplain. on the neighborhood we're flooding out. We got easy access to Interstate 71, fully functional traffic lights with the turn signals and the whole 9 yards. Whatever you need. We'll take good care of you, Mr. Boss. You're a good friend of ours. Now, according to a federal judge, we're so stupid that it's not the landfill or the erosion that's causing our flooding issues. No. It's these two gates, these concrete gates designed by the Army Corps of Engineers to allow enough water to flow out of our neighborhood so that we don't have any flooding problems. That's what the issue is. Everyone knows that water flows uphill, right? So since this judge decided that the flood wall caused the problem, federal tax dollars are going to pay to kick us out of our homes. How would you feel about that if someday somebody showed up and said, take this money or sign this piece of paper, and you can stay here in your house that's falling down? That's what's happening here. That's what I'm trying to get across with the website. I need somebody's help. I need somebody with authority that can trump this guy's ace and get us some justice down here. We're just a working class neighborhood, and we don't have a whole lot of money, and we don't have any power. We just go to work and pay our bills. So to sum the story up, this guy's downstream from us. He places an illegal dump, violates a million laws. The biggest one is Title 401 Clean Water Act from the Environmental Protection Agency. Blames it on the flood wall. He's going to get a bunch of federal money, going to get our neighborhood knocked down, and he can move forward and build and make tons and tons of money off of our misery. This has been going on for over 30 years. Isn't there anybody out there that can fix this or report about it or somehow help us? I mean, I just can't believe in 2010 that somebody can thumb their nose at the law this long without an investigation.